Hey folks, welcome back. Well, this is going to be part two here. We're continuing on with got the 1972 El Camino, and we're installing the factory AC in part one video. We removed all the original heater box, evaporator box, whatever you want, an HVAC box. And then all the dash. We did a couple of things here in this video. There's a couple more things we've got to take off, and I've read a lot further into the instructions and all that stuff. And what I'd like to do in this video really only is I'm going to show you the additional stuff we need to remove, and just kind of talk about exactly how this system gets mounted in the car, and kind of how it does, what it works, you know, and kind of go over with a lot of what these pieces are and stuff like that. There's already been a few things that we've used already, and we'll kind of just do a brief overview of that. So in here, we did an overview of what parts we needed to get apart in this dash to get to where we're at here. Got the controller out, got these other louvers out because we'll be reusing those in such a way. That piece right there we installed last time. That's part that goes up into the defrost duct. You can see it right there, but we had that out, and so now we've got that all set up. So anyways, that unit mounts just like it's sitting on that table. It's all gonna be in here, right in this, this area here. We're gonna have to move some of these cords and all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna still have to figure out these vacuum lines, block them off wherever the main deal is, and just kind of tie them up and everything like that. If you prefer a cleaner look, you can remove them, all that stuff. So anyways, nothing's gonna be really in here, so a lot of this type of stuff, we're just gonna wrap up and tuck away kind of nice and neat, hopefully. But anyways, this unit right here, like I mentioned before, is going to go underneath of the dash. And the way this thing works is, there's really only, well, not really only, there is only just your dash and defrost on this particular system. A lot of times classic cars aren't driven in the winter, really don't have a foreseen need of floor heat, but if you don't really have harsh winters and all that kind of stuff, if you're not using AC at all, I reckon you can just unhook all these individual hoses right here, and this will be good floor heat. Or unhook them up at the louvers or whatever, because that's what this does. Is you got 4 different places. You got one of these, these are all the hoses and stuff there. One for the louver on the very driver's side. You got these 2 right here for the 2 in the center, which is this. Because eventually what we're gonna end up doing is they have this cut this thing, this all, because we're not using this part of it, and then this is gonna get installed in the back side of this, and so then you would run just one of these hoses from here to one of these places. This part right here has got a cover that your defrost, that hose is going to go from here to that other plate we were just looking at underneath the dash there. And then essentially, basically, for controlling your defrost versus your dash, is you've got this actuator motor right here, and it's just moving a louver in here, and just like that. So and like I said, this will go to the far right passenger side vent or whatever. That's basically how it works. Aside from that, in here you've got an AC evaporator core and a heater core all built into here. It's not going to be taking fresh air out of the car. It's just going to be a kind of a recirculating deal or whatever, but it's not a big deal. Just pop your windows open a little bit if you need that. couple more things we need to take off. Let's talk about these things here. Like you can see that this fits these small hoses here. Okay, so like you got this vent here on the passenger side, which we need to do some work to that, or I don't know if that's going to be fixed or not, but anyhow, this, you know, you can see how big it is. This is just going to you know, clip over on this deal, except I just got to get it lined up, but yeah, there we go, it's on there pretty good. And you know, and then you can hook the hose up to it, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll just have to remove, I believe we're gonna just end up removing this out of there. I'm pretty sure that's going somewhere. We'll deal with that at another time. The part that needs to be removed from in here is we'll have to pull down this, pull this kick panel down, and this recirculating door right here gets removed, and you can see the oval shape on it, kind of. These lights are so bright. Anyways, that's where all your lines are gonna go into. That is where this is gonna end up going, however it fits in there, assume like that, but that goes in place there, and then all your lines, your AC and heater hose lines will go through there, and they'll also go through this. That is back up in here where the I guess that's not coming in. You can kind of see the circle. Oh, we'll redo. Okay, right there. So that goes in. That's where your original motor, blower motor, used to be, and all that stuff. These holes right here were the original heater core and all that stuff. Those will be blocked off with the plate, because this plate right here is your mounting plate for inside. You know, you can see that the unit's mounted to that. This plate right here goes on the back side, out here on this side, and like I said, it's just going to be completely flat here. You know, so we'll get into that when we get to all this stuff. You know, show you how all this stuff works and what they're talking about in the instructions on what we're doing. So aside from that, we've got our actual, this is the actual controller. It's made to fit right in where the original one was. Got the whole wiring harness here and everything, and then they've got instructions on how to install this. They even got the, you know, the wiring schematic and everything like that for what this thing needs and how to hook it all up. And aside from that, we've got a dryer, which in turn has instructions on how to install the dryer and the condenser, which is in this box. And then the rest of these instructions here pertain to everything pretty much mounting this whole system in here. And then later on, you know, the rest of these instructions talk about, you know, where to run the lines and how to do that, how to hook up the rest of the louvers and this, that, and the other. And then your compressor and bracket, it comes with it. Got a bracket right here. It has its own instruction booklet. This was compressor mount. This was small block Chevy, long water pump, driver's side, you know, low profile. I don't know what the low profile means, but obviously driver's side, because that's originally where this would have been, you know, because we're going to drive it off of you know, these two missing pulleys here. We're hopefully going to get hopefully the compressor is going to sit right about here, and then we'll run a belt, you know, from that pulley across this pulley up to the compressor. Long water pump, it kind of depicts like how, you know, most GM small blocks have a long water pump, but I think there were some, like in Corvettes or something like that, that had like a shorter water pump or something. I think it was shorter in this particular area or somewhere, and it made it closer to the block or something. I don't know, but anyways, that's what we got. So we've got our AC lines right here. right here's our high and low side R134A ports. They've crimped these on this side, but depending on how you run and do your hoses and all that, they have left them off. And so we've got the various fittings in here, you know, and we've got to have one of these, I don't remember what it's called. It's a crimping tool or whatever like that, which I've got. So anyways, that's pretty much everything we've got here. We got rubber grommets and stuff that's go in these holes right here to protect the hoses and whatnot. But like I said, as we go along through all this, you know, I'll show y'all how this works and all what we're doing and all that. And then we got the main part right here, which is the compressor. They talk about the compressor. It's filled with the exact amount of oil for the system, so you're pretty much just hooking everything up, putting it under a vacuum, and then charging the system up after you get it. Like I said, we're going to do all of that. Tells you how much back here, tells you how much Freon, like a 134A system, is going to have 28 to 32 ounces. That is going to determine about how long your hoses and how you route them and do all that kind of stuff. So, you know, the capacity is going to be a little bit different. You know, in here we're going to have, like, right around here we've got another deal in a bag. Here's an expansion valve. You know, so it's got all that, and then we've got a pressure switch here that's going to go somewhere in the system. Don't know exactly where, somewhere in here. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know, and I mean it came with all these rubber lines and stuff like that for, you know, for the condensation and all that stuff to kind of be sealed and whatnot. But yeah, I just kind of want to do this as a cover that's going to go and cover this up here. However, I have not read anything about what this particular deal is here and why. It says it's an inlet grill with thermostat. I don't know what the heck the thermostat does or anything like that. I haven't found it in here yet, but you know, we'll just have to check that out and see what's going on. But anyways, trying to think if there was anything else. I think that's all we're going to do with this video is just I guess we can go ahead and pull out that recirculating door. Okay, so I've removed this kick panel. It's just kind of basically just more or less just kind of pressed in there. There's no screws or nothing like that that held it in. There used to be screws, looks like right here, but they weren't in there on this car, obviously, because it looks like, you know, they've ran some stereo wires and stuff through here in the past. But anyways, we've got various Phillips screws right here to get this out, and then we got this vacuum line it'll come off of there, and then should be it for that. All right, so there's that. It just came right out, you know, looked like it was going to be glued in place pretty decent, but it just came out. So there's now a hole there. Now you can see the hole right there that we were looking at before, where your original blower motor used to be. And so, and then good time to clean out junk and everything if there happens to be stuff in there. But anyways, yeah, so that's gonna do that. So, you know, but that piece we were looking at before should fit right in here. Run all the lines through. I'd probably run the lines through, leave them disconnected on that. But like I said, we're gonna do all that stuff as we go along. All right, well, that's it for part 2. Sorry that we didn't get a lot more done. Just had a lot more things here in the shop to get done, and I just had to move forward. I thought just, you know, go ahead and just go over this deal because I did spend a lot of time today, like I said, going over the instructions and all the parts and this, that, and the other. You know, and again, they're, you know, this company, Old Air Products, that we got this from, they're not sponsoring this or anything like that. This is just a system that I bought, and I'm just bringing you along with the installation. And anyways, but the next part 3 is going to be, you know, the getting this unit installed, how it goes, because that's basically the next part. You know, in the last video we did, you know, this part here with the defrost duct and all that. So it's the next step, is to put this in place here and get it get this mounted and see how far we get from there. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be making any of the videos or whatever, just whatever I end up getting done that day or whatnot. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.